Hey guys, Miss Viren here. We're going to go ahead and start Unit 4 here with adding and subtracting polynomials. So there's a couple of things you need to ask yourself when you're working through these problems. First thing, what operation is it asking me to do? So these are either going to be adding or subtracting. If you are subtracting, you need to make sure that you distribute the negative sign first before you go ahead and basically combine your like terms. That's what we're going to do. Then part 2 is, can I combine anything? So you're going to go ahead and you're going to combine those like terms. The mistake that most people make is you have to remember the sign that's in front of each of the coefficients. That's going to tell you whether it's a positive number or a negative number and how you're going to combine those two things. So you have to make sure that your variables are the same with this. Like if I have a 7x and a 2x and I have subtracting them, that would give me 7 minus 2, which would give me 5. Your variable does not change. It's an x. If I had 3xy plus 2x, these are not the same. That's an xy and that's an x. I cannot put those together, so then I would just leave it as is. Okay, so you're going to combine your like terms where the variable stays the same. If the variable is not the same, then we can't combine them at all. So let's look at this first example. It tells me I'm going to add these. So basically, I'm just going to add like powers or like variables. So what I want to do is I am going to combine my x squareds. And I always start with the highest power, so x to the 2. 2 is the highest power in this situation. So I have 3x squared, and then I have minus 7x squared. So the sign in front of the coefficient is what I'm doing. So 3x squared minus 7x squared is going to give me negative 4x squared. Then I'm going to have negative 4x and then plus 2x. So negative 4 plus 2 is going to give me negative 2x. And then I have plus 8 minus 5. So 8 minus 5 is going to give me 3. None of these things are like terms, so that's going to be my final answer, and I'm done. If I look at number 2 here, it's a minus sign. So what that's saying is I'm actually subtracting a negative 1 times both of these things. So the first piece I'm going to leave the same, so 4g to the third minus 5g. I'm going to distribute that negative 1 to both things, so I'm going to get negative 2g to the third or minus 2g to the third, and then minus 4g. So now I can combine my like terms. So I have a 4g to the third minus a 2g to the third. So 4g to the third minus 2g to the third is going to give me 2g to the third. I have a negative 5g minus a 4g. So in your calculator, if you do negative 5 minus 4, you're going to get negative 9g. One's a g to the third, one's a g, so I can't combine them, so that's my answer, and I'm done. Here's number 3 now. So we're going to go ahead and see that this is a subtraction sign. So I'm going to have a negative 1 there that I have to distribute to every single thing. So I'm going to carry the first parenthesis set down. Negative 1 times 5 is negative 5y squared. Negative 1 times negative 3y is going to give me positive 3y. And negative 1 times positive 8 is going to give me negative 8. Now I can combine my like terms. So I have a 4y squared minus a 5y squared. So I'm going to get negative 1y squared. I have a positive 3y that I don't need to combine with anything, so I'm just going to put plus 3y. And then I have my negative 9 minus 8. So negative 9 minus 8 is going to give me negative 17. One's a y squared, one's a y, and one doesn't have anything, so I can't put those together. So that's my answer, and I'm done. Last example here. This is adding, so I'm just going to go ahead and combine my like terms. So I have a 5x squared minus a 3x squared. So 5x squared minus 3x squared is going to give me 2x squared. Looking at my x's, I have just a plus 6x. And then I have a positive 13 minus 3, which is going to give me plus 10. So that's what your assignment is for today. If you have any questions, go ahead and send me a Schoology message. Otherwise, good luck.